What do you do if your garden hose gets a hole in it or it gets cut in half?
Or some doofus runs over your hose end.
I'm going to show you 2 ways to repair this and 1 way to prevent this from happening in the future.
With either way, you need to start with a straight cut. So I use my favorite snap-off utility knife, but you could use tin snips, an axe, or anything else to cut a straight line. Here's what it'll look like if it's crooked. That just won't work. First, stick on your hose clamp and then put in your coupling until it bottoms out. Now grab your screwdriver and tighten up the hose clamp about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the hose. Go ahead and repeat this on the other side, and 1 tip for you is after you're done, go ahead and get electrical tape and tape it real good so when you drag it around the yard it doesn't catch on things. If your hose is already too long, just go ahead and put male and female fittings on both ends and make 2 smaller hoses. Like everything else, when it comes to fittings, there's good, better, and best. I've personally never used these, but these are cheap and you just clamp them on there and they're ready to go. The better option uses the collar that you put on first, and then you put the insert into the hose until it bottoms out, and then you pull the collar back over and tighten it up with a screwdriver. And remember that every female end needs a rubber hose gasket. Now the best option is made by Flexilla, which uses 3 pieces. This curly fry looking end goes on first, and then you slide the hose through this collar piece right here. Next, put on this inside barb piece until the hose butts up to the end, and then pull this nut and tighten it up. After you get it hand tight, give it a little bit more persuasion with some wrenches. But don't get too tight here, you can always tighten it up more. You do want these 2 sides to match up, so you can pull your sheath up and it can slide right on over. Now for the pressure test. Let's hook these things together and see if they leak. They don't, of course, but don't just take my word for it.
A better option is to buy a steel garden hose. They're more durable, flexible, lightweight, and most importantly, they never kink. They also slither around easy when moving them, and they are the same price as a rubber hose. To watch me cut through this log with this Sawzall, click that video in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And if you want to know how to kill weeds for 1 whole year, click that video in the bottom right-hand corner.